Hello and welcome to Straight Guy K-Drama Reviews. This week I'm going to review the K-Drama 18 again. So I've got my notes here. Let's get started. Number 1, the plot. So this is based on the American movie 17 again, which stars Zac Efron and Matthew Perry. So it's about this guy who's unhappy with his work. He's about to get fired. He's unhappy with his wife. He's about to get divorced. He doesn't get the respect of his kids. Basically he's longing for the glory days, back in high school when he was like a basketball superstar. He was about to go to college on a sports scholarship. And so he gets his wish. He turns 18. And he goes on to realize that, after seeing his wife's real situation, his kids' real situation, he then realizes that, maybe what he thought was important was not as important, right? Number 2, why do I like this K-drama? Well, the main story itself is always a treat, right? Like, we all wish we could go back in time and change some things, but then when you do, you realize that, maybe we should be happy with what we already have. So that main story I love. But what I love about the Korean version is that they tackle something that doesn't get talked about a lot, which is the difficulties, the hoops that strong career women have to go through when they're mothers, right? Especially when they're mothers, like all of the abuse that they get, the discrimination. People always say like, well, why are you working? You should be at home with your kids, taking care of your kids. And that's really unfair. And this K-drama actually dives deep into this storyline, and I really appreciate that. All right, number 3, which is better? So the Korean version or the American Zac Efron version? Well, I gotta say, only because this is a K-drama, they have 16 hours to really tackle all of the stories, right? So they get deeper. The stories are very nuanced. The pacing is never rushed. So they get to dive deep into these relationships and really dive into, what's wrong with the relationships. How could they be strengthened again? So, if only for that reason, the Korean version is better. All right, let's talk about some of the actors. Number 4, Kim Ha-neul, who plays Jung Da-jung. I hope I got that right. She has this really lovely portrayal of a strong woman who's really determined to achieve her career goals. I love that she has this really quiet confidence and quiet strength in her, which I think is really very admirable and something that we see very often with very strong women and very strong mothers. And I love that her character, she gets discriminated a lot. She gets bullied. She gets sabotaged by a coworker. And all throughout the movie, she's really determined to still take the high road, to always be that good person. Oftentimes, when we encounter hardship, it's very tempting to start trampling on people because, it's my turn, I have to get what I want, right? But for her, it's always like, what, I'm just gonna be me. I'm not gonna hurt anyone else. I'm always gonna be a kind person, and I love that. Number 5, Lee Do-hyun, who plays the young Hong Dae-young. I think he's pretty effective. He has the matinee idol looks, the one that teenage girls have a crush on. But at the same time, he acts like he's a middle-aged man, and he's very effective in that. Like when he's doting on his kids, when he's fighting the urge to meddle with his kids' lives when he sees them being bullied or when he sees them doing the wrong thing. I love that you could see it, the struggle in his eyes, right? Number 6, Yong Sang-hyun, who plays the older Hong Dae-young. And, he's really funny. And when I first saw him in episode 1, I was thinking like, man, this guy looks really funny. I don't know if he can handle the dramatic parts. But man, when we reach the dramatic parts, he's very effective. He draws real emotion. So gotta say, this guy's very versatile. All right, number 7, food. So obviously this is a paid spot, right? The egg drop sandwich franchise, which is available in Korea, was heavily featured on the show, but man, those egg sandwiches look super delicious. I mean, they have this really toasty white bread, and then there's like soft scrambled eggs inside. And then the version that I really like has like avocado on top, and then there's special mayonnaise sauce. So I did the research, and that's not ordinary mayonnaise. That's actually mayo with a little bit of condensed milk. So it's sweet mayonnaise to go with the savory eggs and crunchy bread. I need to make one for myself. If I do, I'll post it on Instagram. All right, number 8, fun. So I think this is personally funny. The actor Hyun plays the talented baseball player who falls in love with Kim Han-yul's character. And this is already the second K-drama I've seen where this guy portrays a decent, talented man who falls in love with a divorced woman, and then he doesn't get the girl in the end. So I hope he doesn't get typecast. I hope he gets a role where he wins over the girl. All right, number 9, Verdict. So this is a great watch. I love the heartwarming stories. It's pretty funny. There's a lot of nerdy Easter eggs you can see. So if you love superhero movies, you're gonna enjoy all of the Marvel references that you're gonna see. And I think, this is the type that would be perfect if you're gonna watch this as a married couple or you're gonna watch this as a family. Number 10, rating. I'm gonna rate this as advanced. While this is very enjoyable and funny, I don't think this is the perfect K-drama to start your journey with. Maybe this will be a good 6th or 7th K-drama because, there's very little action. There is a good deal of drama in it, right? So it might be difficult to watch if you've never seen a K-drama in your life. But it's still a great watch. So, watch some of my earlier recommendations and then you can circle back to this one. But it will be worth the watch. All right, that's it. That's my review of 18 again. As usual, I welcome all of your comments down below. And of course, don't forget you can watch my other videos right now.